This is your daily reminder that making Gunpla, playing Super Robot Wars, and watching a good Super Robot Wars centric anime is far better use of your time than listening to a riff you don't like. Remember, you clicked on this. For the rest of you, welcome. Everyone slowly walked through the door, ellipses. All of them couldn't believe what they saw. I can't believe I accidentally clicked on a random button. There was Zelda, still inside that pink crystal in the air, ellipses, and there, ellipses, right below her, playing a huge pipe organ. Was the man himself. Ganondorf stopped playing and sniggered. Ellipses, it's a long time, hasn't it, boy? He turned around to face everyone. It's Zeta Senshi! Ellipses, it's time to finally meet you too! The girls were high amused. Oh, you guys didn't miss much. Except, there was a song, and I would like to play a few notes of it. Welcome to my nightmare. Think you're gonna like it. Wait a minute. Miken's having Ganondorf sing Welcome to My Nightmare by Alice Cooper. A song by Alice Cooper that actually fits Ganondorf's character. This fic just went from bad to tolerable. Hey, I'm easy. Make me happy with an Alice Cooper reference. Link angrily pointed his fingers toward him. Ganondorf! He screamed. So not just one, all five? You know perfectly well why I've come. Hand Zelda over right now. Me cool. And it seems, what if I don't feel like it? Ganondorf asked. What about a band of pathetic tools like you going to do about it? You may claim to be greater than we are, but it doesn't matter, said Jupiter. Nothing's ever stopped us from fighting before, and nothing will. Ganondorf just began stepping down from his organ. Ellipses, you fools are still kidding, do you? He said. This is not just a simple rebellion. It's not just about power and rulership. He looked angrily at Zelda, then back at Link. You, ellipses, and your foolish fiancé destroy everything I struggle to attain. It dust me away in the sacred realm like yesterday's trash. Do you have any idea what it's like to be locked up in a realm of nothingness for 10,000 years? It's boring. Oh, no. No. How is it that I've been through some of these other non-Starfleet fanfics and Miken has found new ways to insert the MMPR film? Every time. Not to mention I've had a tally sword since the Earth's Renaissance. Everyone, ellipses, even Zelda sweat drop. That's just, ellipses, ew, said cried Venus. Link shook his head. You also destroyed Legara, he growled, and I can assure you, ellipses, you will pay dearly for your actions. Ganondorf's eyes were fiery red. You robbed me of my pride, he growled. I would have been the supreme of the most foul empire in the universe. Ever since you and Zelda cast me aside, the only thing that kept me going was how glorious it would be for me to return and reclaim everything I lost. So you did that by destroying the planet you wanted to conquer. There were some difficulties to the plan, some collateral damage, nothing really special. Now I finally get to finish what I started 10 millennia ago. First step is by getting rid of all you pests and putting an end to what bonds us. He tossed Link the 4 stars he had collected. He magically flew to Link's hand, making the Triforce occurrence whole again. It didn't matter to him that Link had them all or not. Ellipses, he knew Link couldn't lift up his sword. Thus rendering this entire sequence of having to find the 4 Triforce shards, ding, entirely pointless. Link stared down at the Triforce of Wisdom on her hand, and she whimpered in fear. Then Ganondorf raised his hand, ellipses, and there it was, ellipses, the Triforce of Power. Everyone staring in awe at the fact that the three pieces were now coming together again after such a long time. And then Ellipses, Ganondorf blasted them with a weird vortex. Everyone shielded their eyes. No, Tail! Ellipses, what's going on? What do you think is going on? We've been through this before! You know, it's really weird. On Ocarina of Time, Ganondorf was intimidating and serious. And actually, kind of cool with how he was describing what he was going to do and all that. But because Mike is so focused on making sure that his villains lack any sort of menace, lack any sort of dignity, he managed to take away any coolness of the scene. It's a miracle. It's a freaking miracle. You gotta give him credit. Not even my wildest dreams could I think you could take away Ganondorf's dignity, but here you go. Teal couldn't tell. I'm sorry, everyone. I can't help you, she cried. I can get close to these dark waves around. Sorry. No sooner had she flown him out to safety when the battle began as Ganondorf kept floating around the room, changed and all. Great king of evil, Ganondorf. Charge! Link thundered, and everyone began rushing towards Ganondorf. Lucy's big mistake. Shockwave ground pound! You could have called it Earthquake Crush. Again, I'm just sitting back and laughing, thinking that Mike thinks Ganondorf says these things as he's watching this. And what's scary is, as a kid, I used to save all these attack names for Link. I didn't give them to Ganondorf because I didn't think Ganondorf was good enough for these attack names. But nope, here you go. Ganondorf apparently calls out his attacks too. Ganondorf's fist began glowing madly, and he slammed him down hard on the ground, sending a huge shockwave, knocking everyone backwards. The tiles on the floor around him began to crumble. Look out! Cried Mars, and he all led to the side on the farther tiles. Bellowed Ganondorf. Electro Spear! And Hit fired a bow of electrical energy right at everyone. Watch out! Cried Mercury, but a couple of scouts got hit, and Ganondorf chuckled at the sight of them falling over. Ellipses. What's the matter, Samus? Too much for you? Well, have another! Ha! He fired another, and the others were barely able to dodge. I think Mike, much like Reality Check, thinks that villains shouldn't be intimidating, they shouldn't be smart, and they shouldn't be clever. Because they are afraid that their heroes wouldn't be able to muster the ability to take on smart villains. Jupiter and Venus tried to combo attack with Thunder and Crescent Beam, but Ganondorf didn't even get scraped. I don't believe it, cried Jupiter. I just thought about it, but if we've already met Kakeru and Himiko, and we're fucking at the timeline, shouldn't they have Sparkling Wide Pressure, Left Me Chain, Burning Mandala? Ready then, you believe this! And he blasted him again. Zelda screamed for a crystal. Remember what I told you, she cried. The light arrows. Use the light arrows. Link smacked his head. Of course! He grabbed his bow and fired a light arrow, but still nothing happened. No, it didn't work. Let's see. Did Sonic a couple of times? Let's see. Have we done Mario yet? She doesn't think so. Of course it didn't. So Ganondorf, you'll never penetrate my defenses with your puny weapons. I am invincible! Of course, I, unlike Game Grumps, remember that if you're really in trouble, you can always go down below, pick up a couple of extra hearts, and then climb back up using hookshot. But, unfortunately, Game Grumps made this a very long video and died a couple of times. I did not have to worry about that, because unlike Game Grumps, I actually remembered to pick up fairies before coming to the final battle. Because unlike Game Grumps, I actually prep. I also pay attention to the fight, and I also remember things. I do not just go waltzing in there and hoping and pray that I, big damn hero, I can play any game, without actually thinking, realizing that, games also require thought. Unlike Game Grumps, we're a bunch of idiots. Wow, we really got right back to 18. Felt kind of bad you lost your... You left out a bunch of Game Grumps insults. Yes, I did. Sorry, Jupiter got an idea. Maybe from weapons, but what if... So you remember when seeing Link fought for Ganondorf, and if he was everything Ganondorf was in a weaker form, then that meant... Saying goodbye! Ganondorf shouted, and he fired another shocker straight for Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon, watch out! Cried Venus. Sailor Moon scrambled straight, but as the ball neared her, Jupiter leapt over, swung back on her vine whip, sending the ball right back towards Ganondorf. Huh? What? Eek! And like most creatures of darkness, even Ganondorf had no defense against its own magic. Since when? He just floated there with his eye blinded from the flash of the blast. Quick, try it again, Jupiter called. Link fired his light arrow, and this time to hit. Several light beams escaped from the blast and struck Ganondorf from his side. Hey, yeah. He collapsed onto the floor. Link still couldn't believe it. Draw a sword, but the others were still free. Get him! Link shouted, before he recovers! All the Senshi leapt forward and began laying their best attacks on Ganondorf. Mercury ice bubbles, freeze! Ellipses, discard! Cried Ganondorf. Aye, Ellipses, can't move! Mars, fire, ignite! Sparks and explosions everywhere of Ganondorf's body. When the smoke cleared, Ganondorf leapt back in the air. Ah! I haven't even begun to fight! He roared. Now have a taste of my favorite attacks! The black hole of light! He held his hands high and began focusing a big ball of energy above his head. Check it out, cried Mars. What's he doing? Asked Mercury. The dark blob began glowing as a small line of comets flew towards the air. Everyone look out! But actually, it didn't matter where they ran. Ganondorf unleashed several lights that seemed to follow the team everywhere. Even Venus's Mirror Force didn't work. Mercury and Venus fell down hard. They weren't dead, but were pretty weak, though. You could always use the hook shot and jump down below to the pit. The beams don't go that far. Mars! Ellipses! Mercury! Cried Sailor Moon. Ellipses! 2 down and 4 to go! Ganondorf snickered. He popped over another powerful electric blast. Ellipses. Who wants to go next? And fired. You do, snarled Jupiter, as she peeled the flashback with her vines. This time, just like Fangan did, Ganondorf and Jupiter engaged in a tense match with a shot. Back and forth, up and down, left, right, sideways, diagonal. Ellipses. The ball does seem to be going faster and faster with every shot. And then, and then. Ellipses. Don't! Ganondorf got hit. Here it goes. Sorry, fog in my throat. Comes! I cried another shot, fired another arrow. Comes Ganondorf get hit, stunned to drop down again. Let's get him, cried Jupiter. I'm with you, cried Venus. Jupiter! Thunder! Said Venus, crescent beam! Crash! Smash! The thunder beam collided into Ganondorf, sending electrical fiery waves through his body. Ow! So far, so good, Ellipses. Ganondorf seemed to be getting more roughed up with every blow he took. But the fight wasn't over yet, and now he planned to make things worse. He sprung up and caused the scouts to fly back again. Don't toy with me, Miss Nagato! He roared, and blasted Jupiter hard on the wall, knocking her out cold. Stick with Jupiter! Cried Link. These are beginning to fall into order, boy! Ganondorf mocked as he made Venus fall out cold too. Get the message! 4 sailors were almost too weak to even stand. Now Link and Sailor Moon were allowed to fight. Ellipses. Link still couldn't draw his sword. Go down below, break the pots, get some hearts. Those things you can farm for those things. Those pots may not regenerate, but they're a good way to boost your HP. Ellipses. Master, he's looking at us. Cried Sailor Moon. I don't like he's looking at us. Ellipses. Now take a good look, Santa Brat. What's going to be your last? Ganondorf snickered. He cracked his knuckles. Well, let's split the buffer you up for us so you can defend each other. He pounded the ground again, sent Lincoln all the way back to the other side of the battle room. Master! Cried Sailor Moon. Link was okay, but Sailor Moon was about to lose her temper. You monster! Ellipses. How could you just simply knock him back? Simple! Ellipses, first I had to power up. Ganondorf mocked. Sailor Moon lost it. That does it. I'll fix you. You know, you're not the only one who can throw attacks. She grabbed her tiara. Ooh! Ellipses, a frizzy dusty! Moon, tiara, magic! The energy just flew straight for Ganondorf. He was actually able to catch it and hold his hands. Amusing, Ellipses. Pathetic! He then tossed it back. Sailor Moon caught it and put it back on her head. Let's see, what other stuff? It's my turn! He had powering up his powerful black hole attack. Don't expect him to help you. He can't even draw his sword to defend himself! So it looked like he had an idea. Defend himself. Ellipses, defend himself! That's it! Sailor went back to the corner. Oh no, she cried. Ganondorf had just finished powering up. You're not! Ellipses, you'll be cool! He chuckled. Before he could release the lights, Ellipses, he got his hit from behind by a light arrow. Yarg! Ha! I thought so, Link said. Ganondorf needs his arms to be free in order to power up his defenses, but as long as he's powering up, it's the perfect time to kill him. Because according to the strategy guide. Now that he's defenseless, let's try this again, said Sailor Moon. Moon, tiara, Ellipses, magic! Trap him. Her tiara turned into a large ring and snared Ganondorf's body. Ellipses, get this thing off me! He bowed. Tiara, shock him, cried Sailor Moon. The ring began shocking Ganondorf even more. Explosives and sparks everywhere, and Ganondorf flipped onto his face. Sailor Moon recaptured her tiara, but collapsed her exhausted. Sailor Moon, no! Called Link. Master, Ellipses, it's up to you now. She passed out. Infuriated, Link stomped the ground hard, and Ganondorf was laughing hysterically. You know, I gotta give this fic credit. The Sensei are doing more here than they've ever done in any Doctor Doom fic ever. Infuriated, Link stomped the ground hard. Ganondorf was laughing hysterically. Ellipses. So much that I have missed! The Black Blade! Ellipses. Micah, I've seen the movie more often than you have. It's the Black Plague, not Blade. The Black Plague was a real event that led to a lot of deaths. It killed a lot of people. That is why Ivan Ooze missed it. He wanted to be there to watch the mass death and carnage. That's the joke! So the shockwaves across the ground began to attack the Sensei while they were already down. Sailor Moon was pushed over. Ah! The spin is inconsistent! Jupiter and Venus were told as they got hit. The Brady Bunch reunion! Ganondorf kept on firing, laughing loudly hysterically. This was really starting to irritate Link a lot. How could he be so cruel as to attacking them while they were already down? You see, that's why you can't say Black Bay. Because Black Plague expands Inquisition. We associate these things with horrors, with torture. So thus, when we get to the Brady Bunch reunion, this is something that can be horrible to a bunch of people who don't like the Brady Bunch. Get it? That's the joke. How could he be so cruel to attacking them while they were already down? Link! Teo called. You can do it, Ellipses. You can beat him. Link looked up. But how, Ellipses? I can't pick up my sword, though. He called out to her. Ellipses. Ganondorf was too busy attacking the Sensei to notice. Yes, you can, Zelda called. Link looked up to his fiancée in the gym. Zelda? Link, Ellipses. You already have all the confidence you need, Zelda replied. Link, Ellipses. You were chosen for the Master Sword. Not just because you were destined to be the hero of time, Ellipses. And hero wins, hero seasons, hero construction, but because of your courage. Link suddenly picked up my courage. Zelda nodded. Link, Ellipses, you're the bravest, most fearless man I ever met. Even when we were just children, Ellipses, I knew that somehow you and I were meant for each other. I love you, Link, Ellipses, my hero. Link smiled bravely, his body began glowing. This captured Ganondorf's attention. What is this? He bellowed. Link stepped forward. Ganondorf. He spat. For all the innocent lives you had taken, for all the people of Earth you had endangered, Ellipses, I will not allow you to continue. Ganondorf raised an eyebrow. Allow me to continue, he said. What makes you so certain you can beat me? I already took out Ligera, and the Earth was to be next. Link just laid his hands on the hilt of his sword, and it began to glow. In the name of all the innocent souls you killed, and those I shall protect, Ellipses, Ectophase, reactivate! Link, do you really need to morph? I mean, you're already in a morph form. His battle strength came back to him. He pulled his sword and wheeled it around. Okay, fine. Waste a good Henson phrase on me, will ya? Welcome back, old friend. Now let's finish this. Ganondorf growled. You want a piece of me? Very funny! Then let's get on! He leapt back into the air to resume battle. He fired an electroshock, and Link repelled it. Both of them kept repelling the blast back and forth again and again. Oh, will you two stop using your swords to smack your balls back and forth? Trixie? What? That was your most dirty, bad joke you've done the entire riff! Give me credit. I had plenty of opportunities to do a dirty, bad gag throughout this whole story. Especially every time he referenced Darien and Deku Nuts. But I held back. Because I knew that I had to wait until this moment. You see? You won't win! Ganondorf snapped as he repelled the blast again. We shall see, protested Link. More repels followed, but both of them were showing no signs of giving in. However, Link had an idea. He waited until it was his turn to repel the shot. As he repelled the shot, he also pitched his shield right at the time of Ganondorf like a frisbee. Nazi had ducked out of his path, leaving him wide open just in time to catch the blast. Link did shot him with a light arrow, changing him to draw again. This, Ellipses, cannot be! He cried. Oh, but it is, Ellipses. Link said as he powered up his sword. Sacred, Ellipses, Master Sword, Ellipses, attack! Link did charge right towards the defenseless Ganondorf, and, Ellipses, kapow! A huge thunder flash, and the room went all dark. Only one thing, Ganondorf was going down. Bent down on one knee, breathing heavily. As Link and the Sailor Senshi, now fully rested up, stood before him. It's over, Ganondorf. Link said, You might as well make it easier and admit defeat, admitted Sailor Moon. All the other Senshi nodded in agreement. This, Ellipses, cannot be! Ganondorf panted. I, Ellipses, cannot accept this! The great evil king, Ellipses, beaten by a bunch of Ellipses kids! No! With that, his body began to disintegrate into a million rays of light. The walls around the room were beginning to crack open. Quick! Bubble suits, on! Ellipses, cried Link. They all trapped onto their bubble suits, and Zelda used their powers to create another bubble suit for herself. Finally, the light faded out, and the entire top of the towers were gone. They were all standing outside, looking into space. Zelda was leaves, Ellipses, and Ganondorf, Ellipses, fell flat on the floor. Is he, Ellipses, dead? Asked Mars. No, he's not. Look. Link said, showing the Triforce of Power was still glowing. He was still alive, but definitely lost consciousness. Zelda bent out and snatched the Triforce out of Ganondorf's hand. She then stared down with pity. Ganondorf, Ellipses, pitiful man, she said. Whatever I his mind, he never could control the power of the gods, and Ellipses. Before she could finish speaking, Ellipses, the tower began rumbling, and the floor around it began cracking up. Small fires began to start. Mercury checked her mini-comm and gasped, Oh no, Ellipses, this isn't good. The whole castle's been self-destruct. Bum bum ba da 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 da. Self-destruct! Everyone cried out. Da 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 bum 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 bum. It was Ganondorf, Ellipses. In his last efforts, he was trying to blow them all up in his own castle. We gotta get out of here, cried Sailor Moon. Follow me, Zelda said, and watch out for falling rebel. The countdown was set for 3 minutes. Ellipses, it was beginning ticking away. Picture the Captain Power closing theme as they run and keep it going until the Big Bang to end it. Flip you, narration. I am going to imagine my favorite escape sequence in all of video gamedom. The Super Metroid escape sequence. There's only one way out of this castle. They had to follow Zelda all along down ramps and curves, later open steel gates with her power along the way. Second Mercury even found a chance to finally use Neighbor's love. Was produced powerful shields among them to protect them from falling rocks and sudden explosions as the castle broke up. Are you kidding? Neighbor's love is way more useful than that, trust me. However, about halfway down the tower, there was an experienced form of monsters who held Zelda hostage and delayed the escape. The team worked their very quickest to free Zelda and make short work of the monsters so they could continue. But now they had to hurry as the battle left with only a minute and a half left. Hurry up! cried Sailor Moon. The place is gonna blow any second. Got even worse as Mercury's barrier spell wore off. So he didn't dare start up another one for a waste of power. He just ran on and on out of the tower with less than a minute to go. As Z crossed the bridge, the exit says over here. Hurry! Sailor Venus got paralyzed by a redead in the back of the line. Help! I'm stuck! She shrieked. 30 seconds. Link turned around. Just keep going. I'll catch up, he called. He ran over to help Venus make short work of the redead, while the others made for the exit. Wait! Had to save the animals. What? It counts for 100% completion. Look, there they are, cried Jupiter. Gangway, Venus screamed as he ran down the bridge. Run for the hills. See us going to the below, cried Link. They all ran as fast as they could in low gravity, and the tower went up like a bomb, and the whole area began to crumble. Kapow! Onomatopoeia. The castle is gone. If you are still inside the castle and hit 0, all that happens is you get warped back to the top of the castle with a heart missing and start again. It's pretty upsetting if you ask me. No, it's not. It really isn't, Mike. And it just shows that you need to try again. It's fine. It's a nice little benefit. When the dust had cleared away, Link and Zelda walked up near the pit of smiles of relief. It's over. It's finally over, Zelda said. Then seeing Link gazed into each other's eyes. They both kissed, but their suits were blocking them. Sorry for teasing you guys with the kiss thing. No, it's fine. Master? Jupiter asked, but Link and Zelda didn't hear them. They were far too happy to be reunited again. Even the others, Sensei, were joyful for them both. Master? Princess? Guys? Hello, growled Jupiter. Finally, she had to call for drastic masters. Hey, wimps! Finally, everyone turned around to face her, and Jupiter pointed at Earth behind him. We don't have much time. Whoa! Link snapped up. Come on, everyone, back to the drill site! Hell sprinted it off, Ellipses, unaware of two things, Ellipses. First was that those 6 lights that he had unleashed when he disarmed the barriers. 6 lights now joined by one other light, Ellipses. They resembled a familiar figure, Ellipses, were following close behind. Second, Ellipses. Rumble of the castle began quivering as a sinister-looking hand slowly stretched its way out, Ellipses, and had to Triforce of power, Ellipses. But how? And inside, under the rubble and ash, were 2 sinister glowing eyes and a sickening growl. Was it, Ellipses, possible, Ellipses? Yes, because we know what happens at the end of the game. Ganondorf turns into his Ganon form. It is cool, and that fight was actually kind of tough, even for me. I didn't have Biggoron's sword, so I really had to play it by ear. What? I didn't want to go through all that trouble,